it's Samantha and welcome to my 28-week pregnancy update. I did talk to my midwife this week and they consider 27 weeks the start of your third trimester. So now I'm in my third trimester officially according to my midwife. So in this video I want to talk all about my appointment. A couple of things happened at my appointment, and also I want to show you my belly, like legit show you my belly, lift up my shirt, talk about any of the changes on my skin and things like that. So it's going to be kind of a long one probably. Let's first talk about my midwife appointment. So this was my 27-week appointment. I got my Rogram shot because I am a negative blood type, and there's a possibility that your baby could be a positive blood type. You have to get this antibody shot just to protect you and the baby from any sort of cross-contamination of blood. And the midwife said they blood type the baby at the birth. They just take some sample of blood from the cord, and so it doesn't hurt the baby. They don't have to take baby's blood. They'll blood type the baby right then and there, and if she's a positive blood type, they'll give me another Rogram shot just in case. We don't know my husband's blood type. He's just never been blood typed recently, so we even asked his parents and they didn't know. And I ended up getting the flu shot. I was debating whether or not to get it. First of all, I don't get the flu shot most years anyway, just because I don't like getting shots. It's not because I'm anti-vaccine, I just don't like getting a shot every year. But now I got one. I wanted to protect the baby. I did get the preservative-free one, and it's funny, they did one of the shots in one arm and then one of the shots in the other arm, and my flu shot arm was sore for days, and the other one was not sore at all. I don't know why. I just expected it to be the other way around. Expected the Rogram shot to be like more significant on my arm. So at the midwife appointment, everything with the baby's measuring good. They got to hear a clear heartbeat, and the greatest news is the baby is head down. She's got her head down already. I asked if they flip around a lot or something at this point, because it's still pretty early to be head down, I feel like. And the midwife said usually once they're head down, they stay head down. So I'm really excited about that. I've mentioned this in other videos, but I have a weird uterus. It's called Arcuate. It's kind of like the septate uterus, but without the septum cutting down the middle of the uterus. It just has a weird top part of my uterus. I was so happy that she was head down. That's just one thing I don't have to worry about now. Since I have the weird uterus, I do worry about certain things. I guess the most common things that happen with this kind of weird uterus are frequent miscarriages, preterm labor, breech birth, which, you know, leads to C-section. And I think that's it. We're past the recurring miscarriage stage from the beginning. Sometimes people just have trouble getting pregnant and keeping the baby. And also preterm labor is not too much of an issue at this point, because at 28 weeks there's a very, very high survival rate if the baby would be born. So the only thing I was worried about really is the breech baby, and now she's head down. So I don't have any worries as far as my uterus is concerned, which is great. And I have to be honest with you guys, like when I found out what was wrong with my uterus and I looked up some of the results with people who have the similar uterus, and listening to stories of people who have this kind of uterus, and reading that a lot of them don't get pregnant. They don't get pregnant right away. When they do get pregnant, they have miscarriages. They have late-term losses, you know, at like 20-something weeks. I was devastated just finding this out, you know, never being pregnant before. So in the beginning, I was like, Jenny, we've got to start trying. It might take us a while. We might not, you know, be able to have a successful pregnancy for a while. And then this whole pregnancy has been like textbook, right on the money all the way through. So I'm so grateful for that. That was something I worried about for a long, long time. So it was great that she's head down now too. Now I just have to worry about actually giving birth. I guess I didn't think this out. Well, that was all about my visit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over my questions I go over every week, and then I will show you my belly and talk about belly stuff. I'm 28 weeks and baby is the size of something I'll put down here. I don't have my phone up here. Emotionally and overall, I've been a huge mess this week. My dog, Emma, she's my littlest dog, my youngest dog, has been having liver problems for over a year. She's been on medicine and her liver enzyme numbers keep getting just worse and worse. And now they're at like really, really bad levels. They're like 9 times the normal level. We decided to do a liver biopsy to try to figure out what's wrong with her, because the medicine right now is only doing so much, and we need something more specific. We need a better game plan. So I've been a wreck this week, just dreading this appointment, and I ugly cried all the way home after I dropped her off for this. That's one reason I didn't film this yesterday on Monday, because that was her biopsy day and I was just a mess. I could not think straight, and then when she came home, I was cuddling her all day. It's just been a really, really hard week dealing with that, and we won't know results for another week to 2 weeks. So it's been hard. I can totally tell I'm overly emotional. I've been getting really irritated at things. Like, we were watching a movie and I got irritated by listening to the girl's voice in the movie. And I've seen the movie like a million times. It's never caused me problems before, but I'm like, we cannot watch this movie. I can't stand her voice. So we had to change the channel. It's like little things like that. And my husband's like, wow, you know, you're really irritable about weird things now. It totally is. I get so weird about things now, and it's like I just jump from, you know, being overly happy to being ticked off like super duper quickly. It's been like an emotional roller coaster, especially with Emma's stuff thrown in there too. I definitely feel the hormones pumping. So for symptoms this week, raging heartburn. I've been exceptionally thirsty again. There was a couple of weeks there where I was just drinking like a normal amount of water, and now I'm back to just like guzzling down cup after cup of water just all day long, and that of course makes me have to go pee all the time. I've just been really thirsty, and like my skin's been really dry. It has to do with we live in the Midwest. It's dry and it's cold, so like my lips have been chapped, my skin's been getting really dry. I've had to stay hydrated and stay moisturized. I haven't had too much lower back and stretching pains like earlier in the week. The last couple of days, it's just been really, really tight. I've had just completely tight feeling in my abdomen. I've had a lot of stretching pains. So she must be growing right now, because it's just super duper tight down there. And anytime I just move or even like stand up, I feel a lot of stretching and pulling down there. So I had a cool symptom with the baby. I almost forgot to mention this. I felt hiccups. I definitely know it was hiccups. It was just a very repetitive little movement in my belly, and it happened 2 different times the same day. I was so excited. I could barely see it on the outside, but if I put my hand on my belly, I could totally feel all the little jerks. It was just so cute. My cravings this week, I'm still craving comfort food type of stuff, but my 2 major cravings this week are donuts and bananas, and I've started just being obsessed with bananas. I have 2 to 3 a day, and we had to go back to the store last week and get more bananas, and we're actually gonna have to go back this week, even though I got like, I don't know, like 15 bananas or something crazy, like a big amount of bananas. I got like 1 bunch that was ripe enough, and then 1 bunch that was still green, and the green bunch hasn't turned ripe enough, so I have to go and get some before those ones turn green, because I'm all out of the good ones. I just can't get enough bananas. And the donuts have been just a constant craving the last couple of weeks. And this week I'm like, okay, I've got to cut back on the donuts. I was eating 1 day most days, some days 2, and I just really love donuts. I'm like, this is way too much sugar. I was getting really bad heartburn from it, and I'm like, okay, I've got to cut this out a little bit more. So we didn't get quite as many donuts at the store, and the food truck is closed this whole week. So I'm really trying to like do a donut detox, not eat so many donuts. So far it's been okay. I haven't been like dreaming about donuts or drooling over donuts or anything, but I just really like donuts. My husband is off work this week, so I don't have anything on my to-do list besides just spend time with him and relax and enjoy his week off and enjoy the holidays. So it's gonna be an easy, fun, relaxing week. Weight gain, I am at 181, and I cannot for the life of me remember what I was last week. I didn't look at the video. So the best thing this week was hearing that baby is head down. We don't have a breech baby. I'm so excited about that. And the other best thing, I'm gonna cheat and have 2 best things. The other best thing is my husband's home all week, and Thanksgiving's coming, so I really love this time of year. I'm glad he got to take some time off so we get some extra time together this week. And the worst thing this week isn't baby related at all again. It's just my dog. I just want to know what's wrong with her so we can fix it and, you know, move past this, because it's been a long-term thing, you know, over a year we've been dealing with this, and slowly it's gotten worse and worse, and I just am ready to find a cure or get her under control. All right, and my helpful pregnancy tip or discovery actually has to do with my belly. One of my wonderful friends sent me a little gift package a while back, and it included some baby stuff off my registry, and she also included this lotion. It is the Clarins Paris Stretch Mark Minimizer. It says, helps reduce the look of stretch marks for supple, comfortable skin. And she said she swears by this stuff. She used it when she was pregnant and had really good results with it. And I know, you know, stretch marks are mostly genetic. You can't really control it with creams and stuff, but she sent this along. My first like fancy makeup was Clarins makeup. They try to use, you know, high grade products. They don't use some of the nasty stuff I try to avoid. So I was really happy to get this. I think it has cleared up some of my older stretch marks a little bit. I think they're a lot lighter than they were, and I am just like hooked on this stuff. I try to use it once or twice a day, and I just love it. And now this is expensive stuff. I looked it up because I think I'm gonna get more once it's done. It is a $50 bottle. Well, this thing costs $50. So it's really, really expensive, but I think it really works. So, I mean, I'm happy to spend the money on something that I know works. Before I show you my belly, the stretch marks I'm talking about, I showed in my first couple of pregnancy updates. I showed you my belly. I have stretch marks on my hips where I had gained weight, and they were also from adolescence when I just grew so fast. So I already had stretch marks, and I had one stretch mark on my belly, and I haven't gotten any more stretch marks. But I got super hairy. Like my stomach hair just like got out of control, super hairy. I have been shaving my stomach. So it might look a little weird because there's no hair there. Just like the hair all over my body has been growing like crazy. I got my hair cut super short because I don't want to have to keep going back and getting it cut since it's growing so fast. My arm hair seems thicker. My leg hair seems thicker. It's just, I'm just a hairy person to begin with. Like having dark, thick hair. I'm a hairy person to begin with. Anyway, the hair on my stomach just kept growing and kept getting longer and thicker. So I'm like, I have got to shave this. It looked horrible. I was so embarrassed of my stomach. Anyway, I'm giving you all these little disclaimers. I did shave my belly. So I'm gonna show you guys my belly. All right, so a lot of my shirts are doing this thing where they do not cover my belly anymore, just because my belly's getting so big. So I got some of these longer maternity style tank tops. They're just super duper long, and I have like 4 of these now. I got these at Old Navy for $6, so I just have been putting these under everything. But for this video, I wanted to show you kind of like what I'm dealing with here. It's always like hanging out if I'm wearing just a regular shirt or even like an early maternity shirt. So there is my belly, 28 weeks. I'm gonna show you, I don't know how good the camera picks up on things. Zoom in. But I have stretch marks like right here, and I feel like they were darker before. Like right now they're very light, they're white colored. I just really think this stuff is really working, so I love it. I'm gonna buy another one when I run out. But those are ones I've already had. Let's see if I can turn around. Here's a look at my belly. I don't have any new ones, but I have one older stretch mark. All right, I'm gonna try again to record this. I don't think you can see them as much. They're a lot lighter. They're all just like lighter colored, whereas before some of them were purpley looking. I really think that this stuff helps so much. It's just made them super light. So here's my belly. It's very firm and tight, and I haven't had any new stretch marks. I had one right here before, and I think it's lighter. I barely can find it anymore just because I've been using that cream. I don't have the Linea Negra line or anything. Turn this way. Again, I feel like the stretch marks are a lot less noticeable. The one thing I do notice is the veins. They're just sticking out, and I don't know if the camera's picking up on that. But I've got a lot more blood flow, so there's veins all over the place. On both sides, especially on the sides. I just am very, very veiny. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. No new stretch marks or anything. There's my belly. And that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you like pregnancy updates. Well, be sure to subscribe so you can follow me along on this journey. and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye. I was eating one a day. I was eating one a day most days, some days 2 days, and my husband is off week. Use it once and twice.